Hello, hello, everyone. Again, I was channeling and didn't even realize that the stream had ended. I'm going to let everybody come in and then I'm going to go over the last four cards. So I apologize. We are in Mercury retrograde. I begin to channel and then I don't realize that the stream ended. So let me just wait for everybody to join, everybody to come in. Let's see. So sorry. I'm going to wait for everybody to come in and then I'm going to take a break after I do these four cards. So, let's see. I'm just sort of waiting for everybody to come back in. I think it was probably 10 minutes before I realized that because I went through the whole card, through the whole thing, before I realized that it was not connecting correctly. So, yeah. I think. So I'm just going to start at your fear because I'm not even sure where we left off, but I'm just going to start at your fear when everybody gets back in. And again, I'll edit this down during the week and put it all together. We are in Mercury retrograde. We've got about 4 days left before it goes direct. It has been in Leo, which is in my seventh house, giving me a hard time communicating to people. And that's my job. That's my path. That's my mission is to communicate to people. So what I'm going to do is I apologize to those that were so adept in watching. I'm going to wait till everybody finds me and comes in, and then I'm going to take a quick break um, so that I can recenter and yeah, so that I can recenter. So, welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. This is a part two because I was just doing a live and we got disconnected and I didn't even realize it because I was doing tarot and channeling. I just happened to look up and see that we had disconnected. So what I'm doing right now is I am waiting. I am a psychic medium for those of you that don't know me, but I do other things. I've got lots of tools in my bag. So again, I apologize. Yeah, this Mercury retrograde is really kicking my butt. And it's really weird because Mercury retrograde doesn't usually do that to me. I was born in a Mercury retrograde, so I know how to handle Mercury retrogrades. But so if you could let me know if you're back. For those of you that were watching me before, uh, I'm waiting for those, for all of you new people and the ones that were watching me to like come back in, find me again. Um, yeah, it's an intense retrograde. It's in Leo. It was started in Virgo. It's gone back into Leo. It won't go back into Virgo until this, like I think I said, 2nd or 1st of September, 4th of September, and that Leo is my fourth house. I mean, my fourth. See, I can't even talk. Leo is my seventh house. Well, it's at the end of my sixth house, so it rules my seventh house, and it is in there running amok. It's just running amok. Like I was so just channeling, And then I put the cards up and everything, and I was like about to say like let's take a break, and then I'll do the air sign, and I realized I was off. I wasn't even streaming. I'm just waiting for everybody to come back in. I'm going to wait for everybody to come back in. I am going to put us on break, and I do apologize, but I'm going to need a break. I got to recenter myself. I got the cards back out that we were using. I've asked to like go back into that. Um, but I need to go warm up my coffee. I need to recenter myself. So it's intense, I know. Hopefully everybody finds me. I think they'll go back to my channel and find me. I know this is a good time to like take a break, and we're gonna have to. So you saw my apartment though. Yeah, was that you? Yeah. I see a couple of you that are like gonna get it. Yeah. Did you, so the last thing you heard, did you guys hear me talk about the your fear? Or was the last thing you saw was what was coming the second part of September? Because I don't even like know where we ended. So that's what I thought. It's like the fear, and then how everybody's seeing you, the energy coming in, and then your overall theme. Okay, you poor fire signs can't even go through a whole thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, are you gonna be here? Because I'm thinking of. So while we wait for everybody to get here, I'm like, let me go take my break. Let me recenter. Let me get into all of that because we still have to do air too. Uh, yeah. If you could just let everybody know as they come in what happened. I was channeling. It's Mercury retrograde. I was often getting your information, and then I wasn't communicating it. I thought I was, but I wasn't communicating it. Right. Thank you so much. Let me put this on the other screen, and I am going to mute my mic and go recenter and go walk a minute, and yeah, just recenter. Thank you. Okay, did we get some people back? Thank you, Dora Destroy. Let's see. Ooh, my higher self was like, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna show you what we mean by you can have both. Oh, that's so funny. I've had this before. So let me go ahead and finish up this second part of, or the ending actually, of the fire signs. And we're back. I am so sorry, everyone. I was channeling and then I just happened to look over and I was like, oh, the stream has ended. They don't, where did we even leave off? When did they go? And this is exactly what they're talking about. Like, you can get back into this is part of the fear that you have is like, I'm going to stop and then I'm not going to be able to start again, which is really interesting because they just had me show you how you can be interrupted and you still will have your inspiration and you still will have your passion and you still will have it and you can get back into it. Y'all have grown. It's funny that my higher self was like, or all your higher selves was like, let's just show them. Y'all are powerful. Oh, very powerful. So, where I was at was, and thanks to Dora destroy, because like I couldn't figure it out. So I went back and recentered. I took a little walk. It's dark now, so I get to walk outside. So where I was at was your fear. So what you have in your fear is the hermit, and it's what I was saying. This is what I was saying before. But what I was saying is that, having to balance, learning to balance those two. Um, Learning that if you get interrupted, that's a fear. Like, I'm not going to have the umph anymore. I'm not going to have the energy anymore. I got to like redo the energy. I got to and you're not there anymore. That's the way it used to be for us, right? You're not there anymore. You have learned, you have grown, you're like balancing the energy, you're understanding that better, and that's just a fear. You remember what I've said about fear? It's just there to remind you of what you don't want. You're not even there anymore. So it's just a fear that I'll go within, I'll get in my way, I won't do, and I won't be able to finish what I wanted to finish because things are gonna, because I've worked so hard and things are in little bits, they're starting to show itself, right? And so that's just a fear. The way that the world, the way that the universe sees you, yes, their fear is there to remind us of what you don't want and what you do want, right? So look at the fear, honor the fear, and then work through the fear because you can do it. And you're being told by your higher self that you're just not even in that place anymore. You're having to understand your body better. You're listening to your body better, right? So the way the universe is handling you, the way that they're giving you the energy back, the way that people are mirroring you, the way that people are seeing you, excuse me, pardon me, is the Ace of Wands. So I feel like when I look at this Ace of Wands, I feel like the universe is giving you new beginnings. I also feel like people are giving you opportunities for these new beginnings. I feel like you're getting new starts. You're taking the action. You're doing what's necessary, and those things are going to come about because this is the energy that's coming back at you, which is yes, you are starting those foundations. Yes, you are a little further than you think. Yes, you have done the work. Yes, here is the stuff starting to come about for you guys, right? Like I'd said before with the apartments that I see and the homes that I see, like these things are coming. And this next month, you're going to see evidence, right? Now, in the outer realm of you, like the subconscious, the energy that's coming towards you, is the Five of Swords. So I feel like, so sometimes, so in this instance, when I'm feeling this, I'm feeling like it's going to feel like a very comfortable energy. And when I say this, don't think it's the old way because it's not. I feel like you're going to feel more like yourself. Like I'm very directed. I'm very clear about what I want. I'm no longer being taken advantage of. I'm no longer looking to the side and looking away when something that I don't like happens. I am very clear and directed, and I am willing to stand up for what I believe in, the way that I see things. And as things are coming about, I know that it doesn't have to be a fight. It's just me being confident. So the word is confidence. You're going to be seeing these things manifest in front of you or in your lives. And as these things happen, you're going to be more confident like you were. But see, I hate to say this because y'all are going to think it's like the old way. It's not. It's the feeling of the way when you didn't have any fear, when you did put yourself first. For some of you, that was early on. For some of you, that was in your teenage years. For some of you, that was in your early 20s. Like, it's like that feeling of um almost like I'm back and I mean business. And I have worked too damn hard to let anybody, especially myself, get in my way. Because I am getting what I want to get. Whether that's love, whether that's career, whether that's your home, whether that's whatever, right? Like, I feel like it's almost not even saying the truth when you say you're back, but it's the feeling of you're back. It's just that it's different because you're different. Does that make sense? Now, this was the big thing, and I wanted to show y'all, and I was like, dang, they didn't get to see this part. The overall theme of what's going to be going on in the 10th position. Now, I see this two ways because you have the Emperor. So, for some of you, you have taken direction in your life and you have done the things that you want, and you are the Emperor. And that means you're building a community. You're understanding your part in the community. You're understanding your part in society. You're understanding who you want to identify as. You're understanding that. But for others, I see that, well, let me say that's both, but I see it two ways. So it doesn't mean one's going to get one and one's going to get the other. You could all get both. I'm seeing this also as someone is coming to give you a huge opportunity. Now, like whether that, I'm giving the example of like the apartment that you want, right? So whoever this is, they're the emperor that like signs the paper and says you got the apartment. And then somebody else comes to give you help to like help you be okay with the apartment and earn the money for the apartment. And like, you, this is a big opportunity of somebody coming to help you, and somebody that's an authority figure, or that you actually become that, and that you are directing and in a position where you're like, I can do this, I can sign this, I am the authority in this, right? Legit the mayor. That's funny that you have the mayor. Because, yeah, it's somebody that's going to help you. I don't know who this is, but it's more of that evidence coming to you in September. You've got some help coming. You guys didn't even ask for help. This is the thing. None of you, I don't feel any of you three signs asked for help. You just put your head down. You changed your attitude. You started working and honoring yourselves. This is the way I see the whole thing. And you get this gift. Like, you really get this gift. And it's going to help you. So, I apologize again for those of you that I was trying to say this last part. I was so excited, and then I looked up and I see that the stream had ended. You get the Emperor. Some of you are realizing that you are the Emperor, and you get the help as well. It's somebody to come in to offer you something, to give you something, to open the doors for you. So I do feel like this real big. Oh, you are so welcome. Now, you air signs. Hold on a second. Let me mute this because I don't want you hearing me cough. I know coughing doesn't sound nice on the mic. So, yay for you guys. Me too. And that's what I said last time. Yay for me too. Because before we started this whole thing, I was like, um, it's okay for me to hear messages about myself, right? So I'm like, yay for me too. For all of us. We deserve it. We have worked hard. I mean, starting in March when I started coming back to YouTube and I started saying, we got to get prepared. We got this whole season coming. We got things to do. We got things to like clear up about ourselves. We have fears that we need to face and work through. We got like, and you guys were just on it. You were on it. And what's funny is none of the fire signs that I hear or feel like you were like, um, I can't do this. I need some help. Like, I feel like you just did it. I feel like you were just brave and did it. Like, you just kind of knew what to do. Um, I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just speaking for the fire signs of what I felt. Um, their path, everybody's path is different, but I feel like y'all just really changed things for yourself. And what's about to happen in the next coming months for you guys is like it's all going to open up. And here's the thing, you know, intuitively, all of you know intuitively, I can't rest on my laurels like I used to. If you don't know that term, that just means, okay, I've done the work and I can relax. For you guys, it's like, I understand being in the flow. I continue to manifest. I continue to be in that good mood. I continue to take the action. But now I don't have to do it where I overwork. Now I'm actually inspired. Now I'm actually, and I did it myself. I didn't have to get inspiration from other people to have to do this. I didn't have to get my passion from somebody else to have to do this. I am just inspired by me. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, let me get into the air energy. So, air signs. And if I did mention before, fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And I think I mentioned how I felt about when I went into your energy, how I felt about each sign. Now, air signs. That would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And Aquarius, I haven't talked to y'all much, but I feel like some of you are doing what you're supposed to do and engaging again and not hating the world. But I feel like some of you are being stubborn. And it's like, I know I should be doing, but I kind of really don't want to. But I kind of do, but I'm kind of being lazy about it. And that's okay for right now because Pluto's about to go back into Capricorn, right? And this is going to be your time, Aquarius, to like get right with yourself, be really honest with yourself, and decide to engage or not. Like, you got to make a decision about coming out. The world needs you, is basically what I'm saying. The world needs you. We're about to go into this new era. They're going to need your talent. They're going to need your perception. It's going to look really weird to some people. And they need your energy to be able to, like, understand this, all of this, because it's going to be strange for some. So, Geminis, it's time for you to be happy and playful again. You have been way too serious. You have taken life way too serious, and I know that things have not been happening for you guys, and you thought you had to be serious to be able to get through these things because things were so serious, but it's time to laugh again. It's really time to laugh again. And Libra, I don't want you to be so hard on yourself, Libras, because Libras have been really hard on themselves. So we all go through these cycles, Libras. We all make mistakes, Libra. We all have downfalls and failures, but we get back up and we do it. And this just happened to be that time for you where you had to get really clear, for some of you about the people that you had around, for some of you about sticking up for yourself, for some of you about wanting a relationship, but what type of relationships did you want? What type of people that you want around you? And you're just being too hard on yourself. And I think you need to give yourself a break, because it's funny that you give everybody else a break, but you don't give yourself a break. So maybe you give yourself a break right now. Like, that's what I'm seeing with Libra. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we got. I'm just cutting the cards. I forget that y'all can't see. Okay. Here we go. Where are you for the month of September? Now. Ooh. Okay. And what's crossing you? Mm. Okay. Where have you brought you to this? Okay. What's in the first 2 weeks? What's from your higher self? Okay. What's in the last 2 weeks? Good. Okay, you do change that. What's your fear? I swear, we get in our own way. How's the world and people treating you and seeing you? Yes. I think you need to take note of that. What's the energy coming in? Good. And what's your overall theme? All right, air signs. I feel like you could have some more stuff coming to you, but you're standing in your way still. Like, you got to get out of that. I don't even know what to call this. This feeling that I have for some of you, because it's not everybody, but this is like what I'm feeling. It's some of you are being stubborn. Some of you are not realizing. Let me just say this. All of you air signs are not acting like you're normal, because, well, you have different reasons. Because you're tired, because you just didn't want to do it, because you have no more faith, because you thought you were doing it correctly, and your energy is supposed to be light, airy, and joyful, and you lost your joy. Excuse me. I did not anticipate this for you, air signs. Okay. So, where you're at now, you have the judgment. So, I see this in a couple of ways. I see that you are looking and being way too much in the past of how things have cycled for you, of how things have come about for you. I feel like some of you feel like you're drowning. I almost feel like some of you feel, this is going to sound crazy, some of you feel dead inside. You don't want to feel this, but some of you feel like defeated. Maybe that's a better word. I'm just seeing the dead inside because I'm seeing this grave and then these hands sticking out. Like, you don't want to be in this, but you can't help what you're feeling. And you can't help but some of you, it's almost like you feel like you deserve this because you could have been better, because you should have been better. Numb. Yeah. 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 Thank you, because I'm feeling that. I feel like you feel like you've been judged harshly by the world, by the universe, by God, by whatever you call that, love, source, whatever. And I feel like you think you've been judged harshly, but you also think you deserve it. And that's where you're at. And so some of you have detached, disassociated, become numb. Others of you have decided to ignore it and don't want to come out of it because you feel like this is your penance, right? So, yes, you made mistakes. And I think I said that about Libras too. Like, I feel like y'all are too hard on yourselves. So, what's crossing you is that you have the past coming back to you. And some of you may have some people coming back to you. Some of you made the choice to have some people coming back to you. Um, and I feel like you're not giving yourself the chance. Like, even though so some of you, it's situations that have come back, and instead of trying to rectify this, it's holding you back and making you think, I'm gonna make a mistake again, or I don't deserve this, or I'm not worthy of this. It's almost like I said, it's like you think you deserve to be in this spot. You do have people or situations coming back at you. My advice would be, you're getting a second shot. So my advice would be, instead of wallowing, because you can be very truthful with yourself. So for those of you that don't want to look at it, it's time to look at it. It may be different people, but it's the same situation. It may be a different state, but it's the same situation. It may be a different country, but it's the same situation. It may be a different job, but it's the same situation. And it's time for you to take charge and be who you are. Be the Aquarius. Be the Libra. Be the Gemini. And take charge and make these choices. You're getting a second shot, is what I'm seeing. Okay. What put you into this situation is the Page of Swords. So the swords to me is like decisions or situations or things. And I feel like this may be why you don't feel worthy, because you had some start. You had some opportunities. You had something. You had some love. You had some friendships. You had some things, and you made the mistake, and you feel like you didn't do the right thing, and you felt like some of you felt like you were being too selfish. Some of you didn't realize that you were being too selfish. Some of you didn't take the opportunity because you thought it was going to be a mistake, when actually you're looking back and you're wanting that opportunity again. So I feel like that. Okay. That's what put you into this judgment. You begin to judge yourself, which you think that the universe judged you too harshly, but that you deserve this. Okay. So what I see coming in the first 2 weeks of September for you is the Five of Cups. So you're still wallowing. You're looking at what you lost instead of looking at what you have. Okay? That's how we start. When we don't have the confidence anymore, when we are being too harsh on ourselves, you have to look at what you have and appreciate what you have, and know that we all make mistakes. That's part of why we're here, to make mistakes and make it different and create. You're not a horrible person because you made mistakes. And guess what? You're not the first person, nor will you be the last person to make mistakes. And these weren't like little mistakes. These were big mistakes. So I understand it. I understand how come you're feeling this way. But I'm seeing that maybe, just maybe, some of you will begin to look at what you have, not wallow in the opportunities and the people and the situations and the relationships that you've lost. Okay? From your higher self, this is a big message that I'm seeing. Your higher self needs you to really take up the Queen of Wands and have your confidence back. Like, I think you guys have forgotten why people need you in this world. You're air. You're what gives everybody the oomph, the strength, the ideas. Like, we need you. We need you because we're going into this space where we're creating this new era. We need Aquarius because it's Aquarius energy. We need Libras because we need the diplomat, but we need your energy. We need your energy in making choices. We need your energy in making the ideas. We need your energy. And you kind of stepped out of that. We need you to be the Queen of Wands. We need you to be confident again. This is what your higher self is saying to you. We need you to get into that space that you once were, because you're going to realize that it's a bigger space and a different space. Um, we need you to make the choices again. We need you to get back into society. We need you to, like, that's what I was saying before we even did all this. It's time to make a choice. Like, you got to step in or step out. Like, you're here, so obviously you got to step in, right? It's time to engage again. It's time to live life again. It's time to, like, go out again and, like, make some choices and create your world and help some people and whatever this is. Like, it's time to come back to that. You've wallowed enough. You've healed some things. You're being too hard on yourself. You're being way too hard on yourself. You need to be the Queen of Wands, right? So, in the second half, I see that you guys start. You do this because you have the King of Pentacles. So, I see that you start taking action. I see that you're a little bit better about yourself. I see that you invest more in yourself. I see that you are, and it's not a bad thing. I feel like you begin to do it, you begin to engage, and then you see that you missed it. You see your place in this world again. Like, you begin to see that, okay? You have the King of Pentacles, so you have some work to do. You guys have some work to do. And like Gemini, I feel like you've been working, but you haven't been working in joy. Like, you haven't had joy with it or fun with it. And so you've got some work to do with that, where you need to bring your joy out. This world needs your joy. It needs your happiness. It needs your laughter. It needs your childlike enthusiasm, right? That's what this world needs with you, Gemini. Aquarius, we need your ideas, we need your brilliance, we need your genius, we need your energy. Libra, we need you to help us balance things out. We need you to help us to see that we're not always right and somebody else may have a better way to do this. Like, we need your energy. And I feel like you begin to engage, and then I feel like you begin to miss it and realize that you have been out a while, right? Your fear is the Chariot. I feel like with this, your fear is you're afraid to make the wrong decisions. You're afraid to do what you did before. But the fact that you're afraid of that just tells me that you're aware of that, which tells me that you're not going to do that again, right? A lot of you have grown. I feel like you're afraid. You're almost afraid to take a hold of your own life because you feel like you mucked it up so much, like you messed it up. So I feel like that's just a fear. Remember, a fear is there to remind you of what you want and what you don't want. You know you don't want that. So look at it, honor it, say, I see you, but I'm over here. I'm doing this. I'm much better. I'm much wiser. I'm putting this into practice, right? Now, the way the world sees you, the way people are dealing with you, is the Star, which is really interesting. We never saw you as a failure. We've not seen you as mucking it up. We miss you. We miss your energy. That's the way that people are seeing you. It's like, I want you to be here again. I want you to engage again. I've got opportunities to give you. That's the way the universe is speaking to you. I see you as a wise one, all three of you signs, as a wise one, as bringers of light, as bringers of good energy. Um, we've never seen you as anything else as love. We've never seen you as anything less. This is the way that the universe is handling you. This is why you get this second shot, because it's just continuing to bring you what you need, right? Now, the outer energy of the things that you're sort of subconsciously calling to you, the outer energy that's on its way to you past September, you've got the Queen of Cups. So, I see once some of you guys get back to making the energy to engaging in life, you do have someone coming who is going to remind you of why you open your heart and that you want to open your heart again and that you actually missed people and the good parts of them. And that some of it is just like overblown in your head and it's nice to actually be doing it. This person's going to bring you out of your shell. That's for some of you. Others of you, I see that you have much more love when you return and engage again, that you have much more enthusiasm. And then you realize, some of you realize that you're not mad like you were, that you're not disappointed like you were, that you're in a very different space than you thought you were, and that some of you did overblow it in your head and continued to stay in that energy. And you're seeing that you have grown in depth. But that's not until it like you come out and you engage again. Okay? So the overall theme of what you'll be working through in the month of September is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles thinks they have to do without. The Five of Pentacles thinks, why does everybody else get it and I have to have it so hard? Right? You'll be working through that. The job and the money. Yeah, it's so I would even say you got this coming in the second half, the job and the money, right? If you look at these two cups, right? If you begin to engage, if you begin to have the confidence back, if you begin to like not just idle and get by, but actually want to be in this life, in this lifetime. Does that make sense? So you'll be working through this Five of Pentacles. That's what I was saying. You guys have some work to do, but I feel like you're getting the opportunities, the chance to do it again, because something that you thought you lost is coming back around with the Six of Cups. Something that you thought you lost that really meant something to you. So that could be money, that could be a job, that could be a relationship that's coming back to you. Something that you made a mistake about is coming back to give you the second shot. Okay? So I hope that helps. I didn't realize you air signs were that in that situation. I understand. Thank you. Your cards are beautiful. Oh, thank you. So yeah. Good luck. I know you can do it. You just have to make the choice, air signs. Excuse me, to engage again. And I know you guys have a lot of integrity, so you want to make sure that when you're engaging for the right reasons. You're going to find that reason. It's going to come to you this next month. That's what you're going to be working through. And you're going to realize that you are more worthy than you think you are. That's what you're working through this next month. And you got a lot of stuff that wants to come in. You even got a second shot. Like, I have not seen that. Those people that have been with you forever, have you ever heard me say you get a second shot? Like, I don't think I've even seen that you're getting a second shot. So, anybody have any questions? I will cut this down into each sign and make it that video itself this week. I'm also going to be cutting down the astrology that we did for September this week, and I'll be editing that. And if I can, I really want to do another live besides the one on Tuesday and Thursday. I may do an extra one there on Wednesday or Friday. So, because I want to read some charts and I want to see where these trines are and how this grand trine is going to help some people. I'm excited for this next month. My energy goes with you, air signs. I am an air sign, 2 in my top 3. I am an Aquarius ascending and a Gemini sun. So, I love you, love you, love you. Thank you so very much for being with me. I know this has taken a long time. Thank you for even finding me again after we like disconnected, and I apologize because sometimes I'm channeling and just don't realize. But Look for those videos. Thank you so much, everyone who comes to see me privately. If you want to come and see me, email me at yourpath, yourpath 39 at gmail. Um, and then we can set something up. So, ooh, that will be amazing. Yeah, I really want to do some charts. I really do. I'm like excited. I really want to do some charts. So, but I'm going to have to do an extra live and hopefully I have the time for it. So, tomorrow I'm going to work really hard from early morning to late night editing these videos down, doing thumbnails and descriptions and titles and all of that for the week so that I can do the extra live. But I couldn't do it without you guys. I do. Let me say this. I wouldn't want to do it without you guys. We've already proven that we can all do it alone, but we're not going to do it alone this time. Thank you, Aries Saves Lives. All of you that have stuck with me, that are watching it over and over, because I'm going to start my new membership and still until when we get to the 3,000 watch time hours. You guys are crazy watching my videos over and over. I really thank you and appreciate it. Thank you for sharing my stuff. Thank you for giving me the hearts during the thing. Thank you for being in my group and part of my life. I really appreciate you. So I love you, love you, love you. See you on the next one. Bye.